welcome to another episode of Try Bonsai. It's your boy Bana, and today, it is still, well, I know I just watched my last video. So I decided it's a really bright and sunny Monday afternoon. It's still Carnival Monday here in Trinidad and Tobago, and when it nice, according to the old saying, you do it twice. But in this particular situation, I'm not going to dissect a root ball. No. Nope. And I'm not going to interfere with these rocks as showing you. What we're going to do, we're going to do some repotting. I have two nice trees that need repotting and a bit of attention. So let me show you them trees. So my friends, first up we have here a Gmelina, or otherwise known as parrot's beak, and it's an old fellow. Look at the bark. As you can see, a recent cut was made. However, this needs repotting because look the condition of the pot. Look at the roots. Wow. It barely has any kind of soil to talk about. So, my goal today is to repot, remove these little suckers to the base of the tree. Look at this piece of magnificent specimen tree now. Jeez. Anyways, yeah, so my goal today is to repot this. Remove the suckers from this base. Follow the trunk line up. Remove all the dead pieces and feed and do my very best to keep this alive. Now, after I finish this, I have another one to repot. So let me show you the next fella now. So, the next guy is called a Ficus Triangularis. A miniature Ficus Triangularis. And it got the name from the leaf, I want to assume. This grew naturally in this spot, and because of the conditions under which it grew, this is the shape it took naturally. No human intervention, no nothing. Now, the canopy is quite large and needs to be pruned back, and it has this nice windswept kind of a business going. But it is in this little pot and the roots circling and circling and circling. Now, as with all ficus, what I was advised is that I can repot roots and I'll get a brand new tree. So we go try that as well. Alright, so without taking too long, let me disco. What's the plan for this? Before we start the disco, we're going to repot and we are going to trim back this root. Trim back this canopy to make it a bit more compact. Feed, water, and take care of this plant, and hopefully we have something really gorgeous for a long time to come. So let me disco. So my friends, first things first is to get this out of this what used to be a small bucket, and look at the roots, see what we have happening here. Repot this fella and continuously work on this guy. Now hopefully this is not going to be too big of a job, but you know, we're going to treat this with care and try our very best to not monkey up the thing too much, you know. So, very brittle. And I know you'll probably notice it, but yes, I cut my hair. Anyways, so I'm gonna break this apart. When we come back, we're gonna look at what's happening with this particular root ball. All right. So to make sure that are safe, I'm gonna glove up because this brittle plastic could cut. And the last thing I want to get right now is cut. That's therein lies the problem. Now, as per usual, not as per usual, but I've never really done any kind of work on this particular species. So this is going to be interesting. Right. So that's gone. And let's start to comb out. And the bar, I could put on my clothes, all the iron exposed. Okay, my friends, so I am focused on the roots right now, and I want to remove some items that might be circling around. So like this, and this would have died. This fellow. So I have a lot of dead roots in there amongst the live roots. So what I want to try to do is to get out the dead ones, keep the live ones, and from the living roots, see which ones we want to keep, which ones don't make any real sense at all. So now this is a very old plant, and as I said before, and I really don't want to kill this plant, but I have some work that needs to be done. So that is what I'm going to do now. It might be that I may do a Nigel Saunders. I don't know. I really and truly don't know. Where are you coming from, root? Eesh. So as I cut back some of these roots, I don't want to, what I'm not going to do, not that I don't want to, what I'm not going to do is to completely wash this root ball. I don't know that this particular species would be able to withstand that type of treatment. And I don't want to chance it. What I want, however, is to encourage new growth and to bring back the health of the tree, because it is not as healthy as it should be. Some leaves discolored, and it in dire need of some love and care. So that's what I'm going to do. So as I said, are going to go around the plant and remove a lot of the dead bits from it. So all in all, it does usually go. Enjoy some music while I'm doing this work.
5 o'clock in the morning, these women police came searching, and the para could put on my clothes, all the iron exposed. Well, it's now in misery, they started questioning me. Where you get this among the iron? Please answer the question. I say I didn't know it was against the law. And they tell me that explanation to par.
So friends, what I encountered with this is that there were a lot of dead bits in here. And I did a few extractions. So I'm not going to take any more from this. Because as I said, I don't know how this will react to the pruning that was done. What I'm going to do now is to put this in our pot. Let me see which pot I could put it in and encourage this to grow. Should I put it in a deep? No, this is too. So I'm going to put it in a pot with the set of stones. Ah, yes. So this is the pot of choice, a clay pot, a old clay pot I get from my sister. And I'm gonna put this in this and let me see how this goes. Yeah? Good stuff. Alright, my friends. So I put in my drainage screen and I'm gonna do the usual. Put a base layer of soil. And plant this fellow up. I'm wondering, I never usually do this, but I'm wondering if I should tie him down. Nah, he's gonna be fine because I'm gonna sink him kind of deep into this soil. So I'm gonna make a mound in the center and work the tree down into this mound. Something like this. I'm gonna fill soil all around. Use my chopsticks or my chopstick to get that soil in between all of the roots so that we don't have any air pockets. You know, the usual drill for those who are unaware of what the usual drill is. Why we use the chopstick is to prevent any air pockets between the roots, because that could lead to root rot, and that is not something that we want right now. So let me get my chopstick. So I had to go far and wide searching because like I lost one of my chopsticks. Yeah. So I work in this soil between the roots. And as I work the soil between the roots, anything that is sticking up unnecessarily, that would not have a good survival rate are going to remove. So
to examine the iron personally, but when she left the house I was happy. She take all the iron and set me free.
So friends, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go around this plant and remove all of the dead bits, or as many of the dead bits as I can. What I am recognizing with this particular species is that it is very, very brittle, as you can hear from the loud snaps every time I remove a dead branch. So, if I had intentions of wiring, this ain't that kind of plant. Definitely not that type of a plant. I think I may need to change the angle of the camera. Hold on. Yeah, so what I had to do, I had to take it off of the stand because it was a bit too high for me. Because I ain't tall at all. But I'm just going around, removing all the dead bits quickly so that we could move on to the next plant that we have, the Ficus Triangularis. Now, another tool that I should invest in is a flat turntable. Yeah, I should invest in one of those.